Hey everybody, welcome back to GWN. I am so sorry that the recording yesterday had a couple of audio video glitches in it there in the last, I think it was like the last 10 or so minutes of the video. I don't know what happened. My copy here has it too, and unfortunately a bunch of those Minion Drop replays I didn't have access to anymore. So I thought maybe I would go ahead and just run some Minion Drop video replays today. Run them mostly at 2x because hopefully you got the idea of it, but yeah, if you don't, you can always watch them and hit me up with any questions. So we'll start off first of all with this one, and I did get this one in yesterday, but we'll watch it again. It's become kind of straight up textbook, if you will. What I like to do is drop anywhere from 3 to 4 on one side, and then just let them start to work their way into the base with the minions right behind them. They provide the tanking service, so like you see, there's really nothing hitting my minions until they finally start to go down. We get in there, we can get out most everything except for those air bombs. And of course, the air bombs finally do end up taking most of them down. That's the general gist of what happens with these air attacks. But I hold back on the battle machine, and by the time I send him in, and I like to do this, to be honest, I like to wait on sending him in. But by the time I send him in, there's not a whole lot that can really take him out. So we just have to hammer through the walls in a base like this one, where there's so many compartments, and knock things down. Take it up to 4x. He's just going to keep on hammering his way around and through. I want to say this one, I know it's a 3-star, but I want to say it was getting down towards the end, so I was getting a little nervous. But, yeah, he finishes it off, and he grabs a 3-star for us. Pretty standard box base with multiple compartments, so that kind of base you'll see all over. I got one just like it that I'm running right now. I shifted over from the other one I was running because I was finding it was just getting trounced. This one's your standard substandard diamond base. I decided to come up from the bottom. Kind of treating it like a box. With air, really the walls don't matter, to be honest. So any base could be a box base if you look at it that way, I suppose. But again, same standard deployment. Bring in 3 or 4 to start. A line of beta minions behind them, replenish as things fall down, send in additional tanks where necessary, and then bring in the battle machine to do the rest of the work. So speeding this up, beta minions continue to do their thing, and we'll bring the battle machine in any second now. Come on. I know I did it. Didn't I do it? Did I not bring him in on this? There he is. There's one of these replays, I don't know if I've got it, but I actually didn't have to bring him in. I was able to take the whole base down just with the dropships and beta minions. I think I saved that one. We'll have to wait and see. Hopefully I got that one. That was kind of a neat attack. Oh, there he goes doing his happy dance there. You can kind of see the glitch where you hit his ability right at the end there. Let me see. 648. Another box base. Boxed in meta in this case. Come in from the one side, again, opposite of the air bombs. Went with 4 on this one. They kind of bunch up sometimes. That can be a real problem. I talked about this in my other video on Minion Drops. A little bit different now, though, because I've got level 14 beta minions, and I finally got my dropships up to level 14. I might have a couple of videos of those at the end. Here I was still running on level 12 dropships and had just made it to 13. I got frustrated yesterday. I had a terrible, terrible run of bad luck. And I lost, oh my gosh, it had to be like 10 or 12 games in a row. Could not for the life of me figure out what the roll was going on. But with the event, I had to keep going because I had to get the attacks in to keep the timers for the 8 hours going. So I just kept right on attacking, and I finally finished it off. When I was done, I had dropped 300 trophies in a matter of just a couple of hours, if that. Total heartbreaker. That was when I finally said the heck with it, and I finished off my drop ships to level 14 and fought with them a little bit. Even then, I still lost a few matches, which I could not get over. looking at this attack strategy, you start off, I recommend, level 12 beta minions and maybe level 10 dropships, okay? You can use them lower. Starting at level 6, you can start to use them, and I mean, they are better tanks than baby dragons. No matter how you cut it, they're level 1 dropships are better tanks than a baby dragon. Baby dragon at level 14 is 1,064 hit points, I think it is, and the level 1 dropship is 1,200. I think that's right. Somebody can check me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So as a tank, even a level 1 dropship is better than Baby Dragon. But what the Baby Dragon has over the dropships is its ability to shoot. You get all these great little skellies running around, and the Larrys do a magnificent job. Don't get me wrong, I love the Larrys. But they don't quite have the same level of damage capability, especially not at this particular time in the development. So when you're looking at these lower leveled ones, they're not as good from a damage perspective, just from tanking. And of course, you get 3 baby dragons to just 2 of the dropships. So yeah, you get a little bit more bang for the buck there. But by the time you get to level 10 with the dropships, I mean, in my opinion, they're fine. The Skeleton Burst has 9. They've got well over the level of the Baby Dragon for hit points. And they're dropping enough skeletons and causing enough damage to make it worthwhile. So I generally recommend, if you're going to do this, level 12 beta minions, level 10 dropships. You could probably get away with level 10 on both. Get your dropships to level 12 as soon as you can. Most of you probably have your dropships to level 7 or maybe even 8 by now with this event. So there you go. You're not that far away. As you progress further on, they get just that much better. Level 13 adds 193 hit points. Level 14 adds 3 more skeletons in the Skeleton Burst. Each one of these is just a great, great boon to their value. Now, with the beta minions, when you get your beta minions to level 14, you can switch the number of camps. I found that even the level 13 beta minions, they're strong enough that they can withstand a little more heat, sometimes literally with a roaster, and they're more capable of exerting more damage, if you will, on the game as well. So you can drop down to 2 camps of beta minions and 3 camps of dropships, and you'll be doing just fine. It works out great. No problems at all. Let's see here. Take a look at that one. This one, I didn't notice those 2 camps over there. So I decided to put it off till the end, whether I wanted to or not. Coming in with 4, working our way down through the path. Letting the beta minions rip things up. Got that last balloon in a little bit late. That's going to cost me. Those beta minions on the right are going to fall under the roaster, as well as the air bombs. What can you do? Still plenty of destruction done before I send in that battle machine. And, again, with a lot of these bases, people are putting their air bombs so far out from the center, you can destroy just a boatload of the base before they ever become a factor. And in this case, with the battle machine being in there like he is, he's able to actually distract that roaster and keep it off of the beta minions so that they can continue to attack and cause more damage. And finally, they take out those 2 corners and we get our 3-star. Now, these were all from about a day and a half back. So these are the ones that I included in the other video. Then I started attacking again and saving off some of the other ones that I was doing yesterday and last night. And that's what these are. Again, the diversity of bases that you can use this against, it's just that powerful. It really is. I go back and forth between 3 and 4. Most of the ones I think I'm sending out have got 4 of them deployed at the initial hit. Some of these bases, a little bit tougher on the dropships. This is an example. I mean, you can see how fast those first 4 went down, and now this next one. Definitely a little bit tougher going on this particular base, which is a good thing, but it's still not quite enough because the beta minions are able to chew through most of the defenses before the battle machine even gets in there. And what do we got left? We got 1 cannon. That's all that can do anything against the battle machine, and we still got a couple of beta minions alive. They'll continue their destruction there while he takes out the only thing that can get them, the air bombs. There we go. 3 stars. And another one. This time I'll actually remember to 2x it from the very beginning. One of the things you want to be able to do, if you can, knock on wood, they have the giant cannon as close to the edge of the defenses as possible. I love these bases that have it within 2 rows of the outer perimeter there. If you can get the giant cannon out, that's really going to help your battle machine. If you can also get out the roasters, that's going to help everybody. And usually you can. A lot of these internet bases that I'm seeing, like this one, for example, you know, they don't have things positioned in the way that would really stop the air attack. I mean, as I've said in many other videos, the air bombs were all the way up at the top there. You can see right here where it's kind of flashing on the screen. That was the air bombs. I can attack the whole bottom of the base without ever coming up against the air bombs. I mean, I get so far in, and that's a problem if you're playing at this level. Most of these are around the, I want to say 4,900 trophy mark. So they're fairly well up there. I love this, where he's got all the trees inside the base. That's cool. I know I'm easy. What can I say? But I think that's cool. Good use of space. For some reason, the balloons kind of went off to the right. I don't know why the dropships did that. Just the layout of the base, I suppose. Some things go down more quickly, and as that happens, they tend to kind of fade and do their own thing. This is another one of those ones where the positioning of the giant cannon could be a problem. It was far enough inside of the base that the beta minions, it took a while to get up there. And I had to bring in the battle machine to help distract on some stuff and to try to get things moving along in the attack. So I wasn't so sure how this one was going to turn out. But they got in and they were able to take it down. And we've got a lot of Larrys working on things. Really nothing to stop them unless they hit a bomb. The battle machine is in there and he's still doing his thing. We got mostly junk buildings, and anything that was able to fire on them once the battle machine got up there was focused on him. So that worked out really well. I didn't even get to that mega mine until the very end. Coming in with 3 on this one. And holding back just a few to let those go in and do their thing. Beta minions continue to stay behind the tanks. Drop them in a way that, knock on wood, makes them replenish as they go. A little late on that last drop ship, but it worked out okay. I mean, get just enough destruction on the base that there's not a whole lot left that can damage the battle machine. And even better, we still have some beta minions alive. So they'll take out that, well, almost take out that double cannon. And in the very end, in he goes and finishes it off. If I had any other ones, no, that was the last one. I have any in the battle log? Nope, he was the last one too. All right, so there you go. Again, apologies that these got glitched up at the end last night in the video. Hopefully this one we won't have any issues with. I've been watching it as we've been recording and it looks pretty good. As always, if you like the video, please hit like. If you're new to the channel, please hit subscribe. Help me build this up. Any questions, any comments, something that you would like to see, please feel free to drop me a line and let me know. Always happy to come up with stuff to work with that you guys want to see. I mean, you drive the content. We've got a video coming up here in the near future where I do a bunch of bombarian attacks that were defensive attacks. I'm going to be looking at those and how to learn that attack. I've got a video coming up on Builder Hall 6 versus Builder Hall 7. Why it's not fair and how you can actually beat those Builder Hall 7s, depending upon who they are and how well developed they are, if you will. And then I'm looking at some other stuff, like, for example, taking the dropship beta minion attack to have 2 and 2 and using the 5th camp with Night Witches. Be interesting to see how that works out. I'll be running that later on today. So if you've got any other ideas, let me know, and I'll be happy to work on them and see what I can put together for you. On that note, everybody take care. Thanks a lot for sticking around to the end of the video, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye-bye.